Hi, I'm Debra Effeney. I'm a family law accredited specialist and senior associate.
And I'm Megan Armstrong, solicitor, and we're both from Michael Lynch Family Lawyers. It's a special year for us this year. It's our 25th anniversary here at Michael Lynch Family Lawyers.
Today, Megan and I are going to talk to you about de facto relationships, which are more and more common today than marriages. But the first thing to be aware of is whether or not you are in a de facto relationship. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Firstly, to determine whether you're in a de facto relationship, you can't be married to your partner. Also, you can't be related to them by way of family. And you have to be living with them in a genuine domestic relationship. The court also looks at a number of other indicia. There's about 9 of them, and Megan and I are going to go through those now.
Yeah. So the court can look at the duration of the relationship, the nature and extent of a common residence. Now this is an interesting one. We've had a case where one party lived in Sydney and another in Melbourne, and they were still found to be in a de facto relationship, so you don't have to be
living in the same residence. Yeah, interesting. Whether or not a sexual relationship exists, and again, that's not determinative as to whether or not you are in a de facto relationship. And the degree and financial dependence and arrangements for financial support is also another interesting factor there.
Now the use and ownership and acquisition of property, so if you've bought a house together, if you have a car, that sort of thing. The degree of a mutual commitment to a shared life, if you've spoken to each other and spoken to others about maybe plans in the future to marry and grow old together, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Whether the relationship was or registered under a prescribed law in that state, not very common, but does happen, where you can register the relationship. And the care and support of children, so whether the parties are jointly caring for children or not of the relationship, and the reputation and public aspects of the relationship.
Yep, so Deb, that's things like being invited to a wedding, going to each other's work events, a family barbecue on the weekend. Do the people around you know that you're in a serious relationship?
And are you telling those people that you're in a de facto relationship?
Yeah.
So that's really important. There's some other interesting facts to be aware of in de facto relationships. It can also be same-sex as well as heterosexual relationships.
Mm-hmm. Parties can be in a de facto relationship even when one of the people are also legally married or in a de facto relationship with another person.
Yeah, that's interesting. One of the other important factors to be aware of in de facto relationships is the time limit. So if you're going to commence court proceedings to have a property settlement with your partner or for maintenance, you need to do so within 2 years of the date of separation of your relationship. If not, you may be out of time to do it later on. So make sure you do it within that 2 years.
There are also some factors which we call the gateway requirements. So to commence proceedings, you have to meet one of these factors. Either your de facto relationship was for a duration of at least 2 years.
Now that 2 years doesn't just have to be continuous, it can be separated periods as well. Yeah.
Either that there was a child of the relationship. So if there's a child of the relationship, then the de facto relationship doesn't have to be for at least 2 years.
Yeah, and the other requirement is, and they're all requirements, is whether or not that party made substantial contributions to the relationship as well. And the last one is whether the relationship was registered or not. So there's a lot of factors there to be aware of, but most importantly, just that time limit, never forget that. We've got a lot of fact sheets on our website, so if you did want to check them out, we've got the de facto relationship fact sheet and also the 5 steps to property settlement.
So here at Michael Lynch Family Lawyers, we understand that everyone's circumstances are different, and sometimes you need someone to sit through and go through all of your factors and how it might make up a de facto relationship. So by all means, we urge you to contact us for a initial consultation if you'd like to discuss further.
Excellent, Megan, that was great. And so yeah, do come and see us if you need to. We do appointments by phone, in person, Zoom, Skype. So there's all different ways that you can see us for your initial consultation. Thank you.